Spenny1, and I'm back at you with another X-Men movie review, everybody. And today I'm reviewing X-Men Apocalypse, everybody. Another freaking awesome, popular, well-known comic book storyline that they have adapted into a live-action movie. Did they adapt it into a good live-action movie? Well, that's kind of a mixed bag. So, yeah, this is a direct follow-up to X-Men Days of Futures Past. And you know what? It actually is it's a good follow-up to that movie. Like, that's one of the things that I like about the movie, is it's actually a good, decent follow-up to what happened and got established by the end of X-Men Days of Futures Past. I love where this movie picks up, where our characters are. The Apocalypse side of the thing, yeah, we'll get to that. So we get introduced to our young versions of Cyclops, Storm, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey. Like, we get introduced to the younger cast versions of the characters that we were used to seeing in the other X-Men trilogy of movies. So they get thrown into the X-Men First Class X-Men movies now. And I like the casting. I really do. I think everybody does a great job playing the younger versions of these characters. So, and they're students, like, they're actually like students when this movie is taking place. This movie takes place in the 80s. Great era. Love what they did with the 80s aesthetic in this movie. Quicksilver is back also in this movie. He gets to be involved again. We get another awesome slow motion Quicksilver saving the day scene, everybody, at the X Mansion while it's blowing up, everybody. Like, awesome stuff. Like, he literally saves every single person except for Scott's brother, Havoc, who unfortunately passes away. Havoc actually was back in this movie too. He actually had a bigger role in this movie, unlike Days of Futures Past. Yeah, he had a bigger role. Moira McTaggart is back. She comes back after First Class. It was nice to see her back. So we got a lot of characters, a lot of stuff going on in this movie, and I think that's kind of one of the bad parts about this. It's a sequel to Days of Futures Past. We have all of our returning X-Men First Class characters, you know, Xavier, Magneto, freaking Mystique, Beast. They're all back. Like, everybody's back again. And then we got new characters that they're introducing. We have a new big bad villain, who is Apocalypse, who is one of the X-Men's biggest, like, nemesis that they've ever faced before. So we got that going on. And then we also have Magneto, and there's always something going on with Magneto and the government. So, always something going on with Magneto and the damn government. And speaking of Magneto, Eric, the storyline with Eric in this movie, in the first half of the movie, is probably one of, if not the best things about this movie. So Eric has a family. He has a daughter who's probably about 7, 8, I think. And man, the scenes with them, he's happy. He's living a normal life. He's doing what Charles was trying to convince him to do. Just living, not trying to fight the humans. And he's got a family. Like I said, he's got a job at a metal factory. And somebody sees him save a guy by stopping something from falling on him. And of course, the police go out and they get his daughter. And his daughter is, of course, she has powers. She has mutant powers that she can't control. So when they're handcuffing her dad, she starts freaking out. And they get all freaking freaked out. And one of them shoots a damn arrow through his daughter and his wife. Like, it's gut-wrenching, hits you in the heart. Like, it's sad as hell. It's really sad. And after that, Eric's, like, they do this very emotional thing with him in the first half of the movie, and then the second half, he's just floating and getting metal moving around everywhere. He's not even really a part of the goddamn movie anymore. Like, I just don't. And that's the thing, like, on paper, this movie seemed and should have been something else, but it was just, by the time we got to the second half of the movie, it was kind of messy. It was sloppy. The Apocalypse storyline was not handled well at all. I think they wrote his character poorly. One of the scenes that I don't like, I just thought was completely lazy was when he first approaches Storm because he's recruiting his four horsemen, who is Storm, Angel, Magneto, and oh Jesus Christ, Psylocke. They're like those are his four horsemen, and they're cool. They're cool characters. It was interesting to see Storm get introduced that way, but whatever. And Angel gets like metal freaking wings and shit. He looks badass as hell. So, but he puts his hand on a TV, and Storm's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "Learning." And I'm like, "Really? Learning? You guys are going that route?" So he learns everything about mankind. Okay. It's just a little lazy writing. I mean, they could have. This is one of those storylines where they probably could have centered 2 movies, maybe 3 movies around it, but I don't know. There's good action in it. The special effects are good. Like I said, the Quicksilver scene, great. But there's a lot in the movie. There's a lot of plot lines. And as we all know, comic book movies like to throw a lot in their movies sometimes, and they do not get handled very well when they do that. They don't flush stories out. When you're introducing a bunch of new characters, it's hard to introduce new characters with established characters when you got this awesome villain that should just be this big epic showdown between the X-Men and Apocalypse, and it doesn't. For me, it didn't feel like that. I've probably seen this movie like at least 6 or 7 times, and I just feel like it literally, like, we get our introduction, we get Eric's little emotional storyline, we get introduced to the new X-Men, and then we literally see Apocalypse just go around, recruit his 4 horsemen, and then boom, we're going to start taking over the planet. We're going to destroy the planet. Like, and then the final epic battle is just, it's okay. It's just okay. It's nothing special. We do get to see Jean Grey tap into her Phoenix powers, though, which was badass as hell, because that leads into the next movie that I'll be reviewing, X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I just finished watching last night, by the way. So, I'm just going to say, I don't think it's as bad as X-Men Last Stand, X-Men 3. So, I think they did a little bit better job with the Phoenix storyline, but that's our next movie. So yeah, guys, I mean, X-Men Apocalypse, it's okay. It's a watchable X-Men movie. It's not the worst X-Men movie, I can tell you that right now. We've already gone and reviewed those movies. The worst X-Men movies, we're done with them. We reviewed them already. So yeah, guys, I'm changing up my score style, by the way, just so everybody knows. I'm changing up my movie scoring. I'm not doing the 10 out of 10 thing, the 8.5s anymore. So I'm starting off something new today. Sabers, everybody. If I give a movie 5 sabers out of 5, it's perfect. So I'm going to give this movie 3 sabers out of 5 sabers, everybody. That's right. I'm a Star Wars fan, so we're going to score with lightsabers. So 3 sabers out of 5 for X-Men Apocalypse, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll be catching you on YouTube later because I have spoken.